Hi everyone, it's Hecka Hood Vegan, Yaya Sankofa, coming back at you again, sending you all the peace, love, prosperity, tranquility, health, vitality, abundance, all the things you are and all the things you will be. This book review is brought to you by Serenity Yoga Wellness. The book we're going to be reviewing today is called Spiritual Warriors Are Healers. This book was written by Mfundishi Jhutyms Ka Inheru Hassan K. Salim. Okay, now Mfundishi is absolutely amazing. I consider him to be an elder. I would sit at his feet all day and night if I possibly could. I have had the opportunity of speaking with him. He is a real person. He is highly intelligent. He is a scholar. He is world traveled. He is absolutely amazing. He is a Kung Fu master and he is a mastermind. And he has a recipe to help heal our culture. And this book is the manual. And I treat it as such. I'll show you my book in a second. I treat it as a manual. I treat it as a guide to living in my African spirituality. Now, my intention with doing this book review is basically to kind of open your eyes to some different literature, some things that might bring you to a different level of understanding ourselves as a people, as a culture. And then once we know different, then we might be able to accept different and we might be able to teach our children differently and then have a different result for the generations to come. Now, I'm just going to give you my rendition perspective of this book, like a book review. So I'm just going to read a little bit from the book. I'm going to read the introduction. I'm going to read some key statements from the book, and then I'm going to give you some information on the author himself. So when I open up the book, the first thing it says is, please read slowly. It says, you did not pick this book up by accident. If you live in the Western world, Europe, America, or under the rule of white male domination, or live in a country that has been colonized by Europeans, then you are sick, maybe even insane, and could be in critical condition. You may be involved in a suicide attempt or responsible for the destruction of thousands of lives and the unconscious destruction of nature. This book could possibly save your life. This particular volume was written primarily for Africans and any people of color, but it can help anyone reconnect themselves to the human race. Find a comfortable chair, take a deep breath, breathe, but don't wait to exhale. Just get busy. Be on a mission to find love, truth, happiness, peace, righteousness, joy, honesty, spirituality, understanding, justice, your goals, your dreams, your gifts, African centeredness, yourself, your soulmate, the enter in you, the creator. Then make it your purpose to complete this mission. Okay, that was the opening statements from Mfundishi. All right. Now, he also believes in giving affirmations for our journeys, and that's what our people used to do. So the affirmation that he has set out for this particular journey goes as such. Spirit of infinite miles, spirit of infinite wisdom, the creator that allows space to be conceived, knowledge to be comprehended, allow me to sit at your feet. By myself, I am non-existent. Through you, I am omnipowerful. Through you, nothing can happen to me. Through you, my journey will be powerful. Through you, my understanding will be liberating. Through you, Spirit, I am already there. I am already enlightened because of my consciousness and awareness of the divine nectar. I am safe and I will return safe because I am the essence of the entire trip. I have become through spirit the essence of a spiritual warrior. Take hold of me. I invite you to become one with me. Allow me to be one with you. Now I am ready to take my journey. We are ready to take our journey through spiritual warriors as healers, as one. Amen. I affirm that my journey, our journey, is already successful before we started it, because I willed it to be so, and now my ancestral spirit is all around me. I just gave them the highest praise, and what goes around, comes around. Ashe. Okay, yes, guys. So here we are to the nitty gritty. So now we're at the preface of the book, and I'm just going to read. It's going to give you a brief synopsis of who Mfundishi is, what his accomplishments are, and his credentials. So it says, I started my martial arts career in 1964 at the request of El Haj Malik El Shabazz, known as Malcolm X, under the Organization of the African American Unity. At that point, Hassan Kamu Salim was born. Malcolm X stated three things were important. Number one, self-respect. Number two, self-determination. And number three, self-defense. From 1965 to 1968, while attending J.P. Stevens High School, I was county, district, and regional champion in wrestling. My team was undefeated and was state champion all 3 years. As a junior, senior, I was also all county and all state champion in football and track. Team sports kept me in excellent condition for martial arts. From 1967 to 1971, I trained in Bondo under the great teacher Mfundishi Masai. In 1968, I received 36 scholarships as a scholar athlete from high school. I attended Norfolk State College, Norfolk, Virginia, where I received a bachelor's in arts in history. I continued my martial arts training and simultaneously became a Virginia State wrestling champion for 3 consecutive years. I also studied judo while attending Norfolk State. After graduating in 1971, I started training in Chinese Shaolin Kung Fu under Grandmaster William Chung. I excelled to the level of 8th degree black belt, red sash, in Chinese Shaolin Hungar Kung Fu Federation. In 1972, while attending Rutgers University, I pursued my master's degree in philosophy of education, specializing in African studies. In that same year, I began teaching Kung Fu on the Livingston campus of Rutgers University. In 1978, I founded Black Gold African Cultural Arts Center in Brunswick, New Jersey, and started teaching Kupinyana Ngumi, African martial arts, and African philosophy. In 1985, I was promoted to Maglida, physical spiritual leader in Kupinyana Ngumi for martial arts. Between 1971 and 1986, I traveled several times to the African continent with Dr. Ben Yohanan, visiting Egypt, Sudan, and Ethiopia. I have independently traveled extensively throughout East and West Africa, visiting Tanzania, Kenya, Zaire, with the Congo, Ghana, Nigeria, Togo, Benin, the Ivory Coast, Senegal, Gambia, and others. A total of 23 countries to date. During my travels, I continued to study history, our story, religion, spirituality, philosophy, and martial arts. In 1986, while keeping abreast with my martial arts, I attained over 150 trophies and became grand champion, over 15 times in fighting, 5 times in weapons, and 21 times in form or kata in the Americas, Caribbean islands, and abroad. In 1987, I performed before the royal court in Ethiopia, as well as studied with a Coptic priest and was awarded a special sword from the family of Haile Selassie, a warrior priest. In 1989, I began teaching Kupinyana Ngumi in New York City. On my 40th Earth Day, I became Mandonke chief in Tanzania, my homeland, and also that same year, a Nana chief among the Ashanti in Ghana. In 1993, Kupinyana Ngumi Pan-African Federation promoted me to the rank of Mfundishi, Grandmaster in the African martial arts. I shall continue to excel infinitely in the science of life. I shall teach those with the desire to learn how to activate the spiritual warrior within for self-healing, community healing, cultural healing, and ultimately world healing, while I actively remain involved in my own personal healing and growth. As a spiritual warrior, I realize that I am still in the beginning stages of impeccability. I train new spiritual warriors to say and internalize, today is a good day to die. If you have nothing to die for, then you have nothing to live for. Fear prevents humans from living a full, satisfying mental, physical, and spiritual life. Eliminate the fear from your life, and nothing can stop you from living and fulfilling your visions, your purpose, and the giving of your gifts. Join the spiritual warriors of the Kemetic Humanship spiritual mission for universal wisdom and Hotep, or peace. Shimhotep, which means I go in peace. Mfundishi Jhutyms ka inheru Hassan Kamu Salim. So this is who we are dealing with. We are dealing with someone who has spent his lifetime studying our culture. He is a complete expert, an encyclopedia of knowledge when it comes to African nature, Pan-African nature, the diaspora, and African Kemetic culture. This book that he has written is a true manual to getting back to your African centeredness. Now, below in the link or in the description, I will supply a link where you can inbox if you want to purchase this book. It is an amazing manual for you to follow. If you don't know where to start in your journey with your family, some people are very resistant. They don't want to take on new challenges, but get this book and read this book with an open mind. Challenge yourself, challenge your family, and see if any of this resonates with you. I have been reading the Bible for my whole entire life, and it has not resonated with me completely. When I read this, it resonated with me, which led me to believe this is my shit. So I'm going to stick with what's for me. Okay? And I hope that you all do too. Once again, this is Yaya Sankofa, Hecka Hood Vegan, coming at you with my first book review, brought to you by Serenity Yoga and Wellness. We thank you. Like, share, subscribe. Ashe.